Hi, how's it going? There are so many passive on-camera shotgun mics out there these days, and the options are changing constantly. I got this Boya BM2040 with the intention to review it, and it was discontinued before I got around to making a review. I guess here's a quick bonus review of the BM2040. It's fine. It's mostly plastic, it's a bit on the larger side, the included wind muff works okay, and like many others, the included shock mount is pretty much just rigid plastic. As for sound, you'll get to hear it soon. A microphone that is still available, at least for now, is the SmallRig Forevela S20. I will just be calling it the S20 from now on. It's a relatively inexpensive, compact, passive on-camera shotgun microphone. Again, those are about a dime a dozen these days, and in fact, this form factor of the ultra-compact variety is probably the most saturated on the market. But this one has a unique feature that made me want to check it out. In a lot of ways, it's pretty standard. It has a hard plastic shock mount that doesn't isolate from handling rumble all that well. It comes with a furry wind muff, and it includes both TRS and TRRS cables to connect to various devices. But this mic has an extra feature that you've probably already noticed. It has a mono stereo switch, but it's not actually a stereo microphone, and it has a 3.5mm microphone input jack on the side. The package also includes a lavalier microphone. You can use this microphone like a normal on-camera shotgun microphone. But you also have the option to switch the mic into stereo mode and plug in a lavalier microphone to record from the second microphone at the same time. This lets you record the shotgun microphone to the left channel and the lavalier microphone into the right channel using only a single input on a camera. It's an interesting idea, and it includes everything you need to do it for $40. You could, say, have the microphone on the camera pointing forward to record ambiance or to record whoever is in front of the camera, while also having the lavalier clipped to your shirt to record your own voice. As I said, this lets you record with two microphones on separate channels into a single mic jack on a camera. It may not be a use case that comes up every day, but it could be really handy for some situations. As mentioned, the shock mount is fairly hard plastic, so it doesn't do much to isolate the mic. But the build quality of the mic is pretty good. The mic body is aluminum, not too heavy, and the switch feels smooth, with a pretty positive click as it changes position. Nothing too special, but not too bad for the price. The kit includes both foam and furry wind muffs for the shotgun mic, but only foam wind protection for the lavalier. So, how do the microphones sound? First, I'm going to record here in my sound booth. Right now, I'm recording with just the mini shotgun mic connected directly to my camera. The mic is probably 12 to 15 inches away from my mouth. This is just to give you an idea of the raw sound quality of the mic in a relatively controlled environment. I'll pause now to give you a bit of silence so you can listen to the noise floor. And now, just as a point of comparison, here's a quick audio clip from the Boya BM2040. As I mentioned, I checked around a bit before this video, and this microphone doesn't seem to be available anymore, so it's not really a viable alternative, but it does at least give you a point of comparison with another microphone in a similar price range. I'll be quiet so you can listen to the noise floor. Now I have the included SmallRig lavalier microphone clipped to my shirt, recording directly into the camera to give you an idea of the sound quality of the included lavalier microphone. Lavalier microphones commonly are more noisy than other types of microphones, so I would expect a higher noise floor, but already you may be able to tell that this mic has a ton of self-noise. I heard it instantly when I was monitoring the setup, just getting things going. But here's a moment of silence so you can give it a better listen. And once again, just for comparison, here's some audio with a Ceramonic DK4A lavalier microphone clipped to my shirt just where the other one was, and it's plugged directly into the camera. This isn't a terribly cheap mic, and I haven't done any testing with it yet, so we're going to learn together if it's any good. Here is a moment of silence to listen to the noise floor. And as a final point of comparison here in the sound booth, just so we're not only comparing to more expensive or discontinued microphones, here's a quick sample with a relatively inexpensive Sony stereo lavalier microphone. It's clipped to my shirt in the same spot, and I'm again recording directly into my camera. Here is a moment of silence so you can compare the noise floor. I doubt many people would be interested in this mic to record in a sound booth, so I'm now outside with the shotgun mic pointed away from me, capturing the sound of the waterfall, with the lavalier microphone clipped to my shirt to record my voice. The best thing about a setup like this versus just a single microphone recording it all is that since the lavalier and the shotgun mic are recorded as separate channels, I can adjust their levels in post independently. So if I wanted the waterfall to sound obnoxiously loud, I can do that. Or I can turn it way down. Since the mics are on separate channels, I can adjust them independently in post. And if I was interviewing someone, the same thing would apply. Since they are both recorded into the same input in the camera, I can't adjust the levels separately while recording. Plus, one mic is on the left and one's on the right, so you pretty much have to do some post work with the audio to make this setup work, but it could be a handy setup for some people. But if you just want to use it as a standard on-camera shotgun microphone, you can do that. And I'm now recording with the shotgun microphone pointed back at me. I'm about as far back from the camera as I would be if I was holding it at arm's length for a vlogging scenario. Now I'm recording with only the included lavalier microphone plugged directly into the camera. If this is your main use case, I personally wouldn't buy the SmallRig S20 for the included lavalier. I'd just get a separate, better lavalier. But if you get the S20, there's no reason you couldn't use the included lavalier on its own. And so here's how it sounds outside next to a pretty loud waterfall. Now I'm recording with the Boya BM2040. I'm still about arm's length from the camera with the microphone pointed back at me. Same way I had the SmallRig mic set up. And I have the furry wind muff on this microphone just as I did on the SmallRig. This is a longer microphone, but I don't know if it's a proper interference tube, so it may or may not have a tighter pickup pattern than the SmallRig. And the reason I'm using both of them in this situation is to kind of see how well they isolate the sound from the waterfall. And just to give you an idea of the sound in a slightly quieter spot outside, I'm now recording with the lavalier and the shotgun mic, but the shotgun mic is pointed back at me. And this is how they sound. I'll give you a little bit of listening to just the lavalier microphone. This is how the included lavalier microphone sounds, clipped to my shirt. And here is just the sound of the... Oh, that's a noisy bird. Here is just the sound of the shotgun microphone pointed back at me. I'm probably 18 inches or so away from it. And just as a point of comparison, now here is the sound of the Ceramonic lavalier microphone clipped to my shirt in the same spot that the SmallRig microphone was clipped. And this is how it sounds outside in pretty much the same situation. Well, exactly the same situation. I know it's a more expensive microphone, but hey, it's a point of comparison. Both of these microphones seem to roll off a lot of low-frequency sounds. This can be beneficial for reducing rumble from traffic, handling noise, wind, etc., but it can also make the microphone sound a bit thin if taken too far, and I think both of these microphones border on sounding thin, especially the lavalier microphone. The lavalier microphone also has just an absolute ton of self-noise. But the sound of the S20 shotgun microphone itself isn't too bad, and it offers that fairly unique option to record from two microphones at once. So, even if you wanted to replace the lavalier microphone to get a little bit better sound, this could be an interesting setup for somebody. So, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care.